y'all. Welcome back to Sitting with Ashley. I'm Ashley. I just saw some interesting propaganda on my YouTube. I'm watching a free movie and an Israeli ad came up and I want to I searched because at the bottom it said this is who funded this ad. So it was like total propaganda. It was like 5 people being interviewed. First they shot at like a desert, which is why I was like paying attention because I was like, is that about the U.S.-Mexico border or what's going on here? And then they were like, Hamas. So I saw at the bottom when it was all done, it said not terror or something. But I'm very excited. I love it when I see new propaganda. So first and foremost, Israel just signed a deal with YouTube and Google a couple weeks ago about advertising or spreading propaganda, right? So that's exactly what this was. So it said that it was like talking about like all the bullets and the babies. It had already happened before I really recognized what it was. Like I said, I thought it was maybe for the U.S.-Mexico border, which I'm very used to seeing. This, not so much. And at the bottom it said that it was funded by LAPAM. So I just Googled that. LAPAM can refer to several entities, including Israel's government advertising agency, a major government advertising spender, which is interesting. And then it has LAPAM Capital, which is a Chinese venture capital firm focused on healthcare, which is obviously not what it was. And then there's an Italian one, an Italian Federation of Business Associations. So this is interesting. Why do they all have the same name? They probably all have the same roots. It's also an acronym for Low Altitude Penetrating Attack Missile. That's what she said. Okay, so moving on. Israel's government advertising agency. This is the agency responsible for the government advertising and public health campaigns in Israel. Wow, that was super interesting. So pay attention. It has a Wikipedia page. Let's learn more. The Israeli government advertising agency, it's a bunch of Hebrew, I don't speak Hebrew, is responsible for executing public communication, period. Anyway, public communication, that was a joke, public communications and advertising on behalf of the Cabinet of Israel. The agency was originally a part of the Ministry of Culture and Sport, and later operated under the Ministry of Communications before coming under the purview of Prime Minister's office. In July 2016, the government transferred oversight of the agency to the Prime Minister's office to the Ministry of Culture and Sport under Minister Miri Regev. I'm not going to apologize. I don't care if I'm saying your name right or wrong. The cabinet decision gave Regev the authority to appoint LAPAM's director, marketing, a significant shift in political control. Where do you get your money from? Are my taxes going towards it? Let's see. Okay, so funded by LAPAM. No, see, now you're telling me that's Chinese. Israel is funded by LAPAM, the Israeli government advertising agency, is funded by the Israeli government with its oversight and budget management shifting between when anything shifts between, there's room for error. Okay? Shifting between the Prime Minister's office and the Ministry of Culture and Sport, over time highlighting its government-funded nature. LAPAM receives its funding directly from the Israeli government, as it is an official government agency or advertising agency. So anyway, be very careful what you are seeing. Do not fall for propaganda. Which country is funding Israel? United States. Since its founding, Israel has received approximately $310 billion inflation adjusted, wow, in total economic and military aid from the United States, making it the largest cumulative recipient of U.S. foreign aid. So yes, our taxes are funding the propaganda that is making the people around us brain dead, okay? And supporting genocide. So I think this is interesting timing because of the quote-unquote ceasefire. Now, if you are following anyone in Palestine, you know that the ceasefire has not led to a complete stop. It never has. This has been a steady initiative for the past 2 years since this genocide started on October 7th, 2023. Now, Israel did admit to bombing their own citizens on October 7th, that music festival, while Hamas was present. Israel was also funding Hamas. At one point in time, it was like founded together as some sort of, I don't know. There's a lot of different militias all over the world that have different funding. And remember that the elite are the ones who benefit from all of that, keeping us all at ends, right? So, pay attention to the propaganda. Anytime there is a commercial telling you how to feel about something, that's propaganda. Anytime there's an emotional pull at you, the viewer, that's propaganda. So be careful, okay? Have a good one.